So Sha'Carri Richardson. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that's listening right now know who Sha'Carri Richardson is at this point. But since my podcast, I usually talk about other entertainment and gossip. Sha'Carri Richardson is a track and field sprinter. Okay, that actually made a world record last month after she qualified. Okay, during the Olympic trials for track and field, and she beat everybody. She made a world record of 10.86 seconds on her 100-meter run, and she did qualify to move forward to race for the United States at the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Okay, now everybody on social media, of course, was cheering her on, giving Black Girl Magic, everything else, and it was just something about Sha'Carri's story that really got me because after she won the race for the 100-meter, when she did an interview with a reporter, she did tell everybody that her biological mother had died, okay, less than a week before she had to do that race. Such a significant race in her life going on with a lot of tragedy going on behind the scenes. And, she did it. So a lot of people was really rooting for her. I know a lot of people in the Black community, when they see Black people doing amazing things, they cheer them on. But, I think the entire world, Black and white, people and all different creeds was cheering Sha'Carri on because not only did she, win the race, put in the time, she broke a world record, but she also did that while she had to bury her mother, which is something very, very tough, something to deal with, something unbearable. Many of us haven't had that experience yet. God forbid it happens anytime soon to any of us. But for her to be 21 years old and be able to be mature enough to be able to focus on this goal and make it to the Tokyo Olympics, and for her to be Black and for her to just be who she is, a lot of people compared her to FloJo, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that's younger may not know who FloJo is, but FloJo was also a sprinter as well, race track star, and she had broke the world records at the Olympics back in, I believe it was 1988. And, she was phenomenal. A lot of people came after her, tried to say she was doing steroids and stuff, which was not ever found, okay? But she did retire after doing that Olympic race where she broke the world record. And unfortunately, FloJo died at a very young age. She's in her late 30s, at 38 years old, after they said that she had a severe seizure. And I think that also led to like a brain aneurysm. And she died at a very early age. And many people are speculating that she may have passed because of alleged steroids. But a lot of people like to defame Black folks' name in the media because of the things that they do are great. They always want to throw some type of dirt on their name. And this I don't personally believe that FloJo was on steroids. I think that she was just a phenomenal Black woman doing her thing. And a lot of people came after her as well as because of her beautiful nails. She was very unapologetic Black. She had very long nails. Her hair was always done. She would go out there very girly, very pretty, and literally kill everything. And you can tell that Sha'Carri Richardson is following that FloJo type of spirit, mindset. She has long nails as well. And what makes her also stand out is the color of her hair. Sha'Carri changes her hair color from, orange to blue to purple. It's just, it makes her stand out. And that's why a lot of people compared her to FloJo, and also her breaking this record. And her record was at 10.86, okay? And she made a record. And they're saying that right now they view Sha'Carri Richardson as the fastest, one of the fastest, or if not the fastest woman in the world. Now, unfortunately, the past week, of course, when you're doing these Olympic Games, you can't be under any type of drug influences. You can't do anything like that. And you are subject to random drug tests before going in and doing the Olympic race and things of that nature. In the past week, they did a test on Sha'Carri Richardson, and she came back positive for marijuana. Now, mind you guys, okay, she won the race for the 100 meter at the beginning of June. Okay. Now, they took the test, I would say a week, maybe a week, 2 weeks after she won that race. And it came back that she did have marijuana still in her system. Okay. And was on marijuana allegedly. Now, Sha'Carri went on the Today Show and took full responsibility and basically said that she did smoke marijuana, which is legal here in the United States. I don't know. I know I got a lot of different listeners worldwide, and you guys might see, oh, marijuana, oh my God, it's a serious drug. But now here in the United States, it is legal to smoke marijuana recreationally, just like a cigarette. Of course, they don't want people driving high under the influence, but you're not going to go to jail anymore. If they catch you with a dime bag of weed or marijuana, okay? And where she lives at is also legal as well. I think they said she was in Oregon, but I do know she's from Dallas, Texas. But where she was smoking the marijuana, it was very legal. She wasn't breaking any crimes or anything like that. But unfortunately, she did break the rules for the Olympics, okay? You can't do any type of enhancement drugs. And now for most people out there, we know, okay, I don't smoke marijuana myself, but I know a ton of people that do. And really, for the most part, marijuana slows you down, So if she was smoking marijuana, she was actually hurting herself and making it so she would possibly go slower than she would had she not been smoking marijuana. So the drug didn't actually enhance her. It actually calms you down, makes you get hungry, stuff like that. But it is in no way is this drug seen as an enhancer that makes you want to jump up and sprint 100 meters in 10 seconds like Sha'Carri did. But unfortunately, due to her actions, the Olympic committee decided to suspend her for 30 days. And that means that she will not be able to compete, okay, in the 100-meter race that everybody was looking forward to see her compete in. And a lot of people on social media was upset due to this decision and, brought race into it. And you felt like, the committee over in Tokyo, the Olympic people at Tokyo and stuff like that was just trying to figure out a way to keep this black runner, sprinter, athlete from being able to perform at the Olympic trials. But unfortunately, with that, I understand what everybody's saying, but the rules are the rules, and it's unfortunate what happened to Sha'Carri in regards to her mother passing. I really feel for her. That has to be a lot of pressure for her as a 21-year-old to be under, to, really have everybody riding you, from your family to your friends, and now the entire United States on your back, basically seeing you as the hope for the country. You being the person that could bring the gold medal home, especially as you being a black female and everything else that goes along with just being black in America. This young lady had a lot of pressure on her, and she made an irrational decision. And she decided to smoke a joint and smoke marijuana. And unfortunately, the consequences was her being removed from this upcoming Olympic race. Now, I know a lot of people out there, a lot of them feels as if the Olympics overall, are upset because there's so many black people that's out there making it to the Olympic race representing the United States and things of that nature. I mean, I just literally read something in the news about the Olympic races, basically the Olympic committee basically saying that black people didn't need their own swim caps to cover their head, and that you couldn't use African American based swim caps at the Olympics to tame their hair, which is like a kinky texture hair. Sometimes it's hard to tame a black person's hair, especially when they're swimming and stuff like that. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of black people, we don't personally like to get in the water and stuff like that, because, our hair, gets puffy, it gets coarse, and it turns into an afro. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes when your hair is like that, you need to have a special cap for you to be able to perform. And actually, recently we had another black woman win. Okay, and this is why they're saying that it's targeting for the black folks, because they implemented this rule after a black woman won when she was doing her swimming, you know what I mean? And she actually won the Olympic trials, and she's going to Tokyo Olympics. I mean, honestly, I just feel like, black girls are taking over this coming Tokyo Olympics. I even seen the ball throw. I think it's called a ball throw, when they throw the big old ball and fling it in there. That's part of track and field too. A black woman is going to be representing the United States and going for the gold as well there. So, a lot of people is feeling like the Olympic Committee in general is just tired of seeing black people succeeding, and they're trying to do things to discourage them from moving forward. Like, them saying that you can't wear a certain swim cap, for the young woman who's black that's going to be going to Olympic trials. That's going to make life a little bit harder for her. That's going to make things a little bit harder if she can't find a proper hair cap to make sure that her hair is in order and everything else. You know what I mean? Down to, just certain rules. It's just certain things that they do. Everybody knows that. And that's just basically what people are trying to, If you guys like this clip, make sure you guys check out my full podcast, available right now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It's the DJ Jericho Podcast, where I talk about entertainment news, gossip, and much, much more. Make sure you guys also hit that subscribe button right now on YouTube. Hit that bell, okay, so you guys could be notified next time I upload. I got a ton of videos I'm always dropping. I want to make sure you guys are notified. So hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, comment, interact, y'all. Don't be afraid. It's the DJ Jericho Podcast. I appreciate y'all. Peace.